You meet interesting people. Some spark attraction instantly. Some make you laugh until your guard drops. Some look perfect on paper. And yet when the night is quiet and the conversation is over, something still feels slightly off. Not wrong, not dramatic, just incomplete. Have you ever felt that? For Libra, the question is never just who is exciting. It is who truly matches your soul. And that is a very different search. A soulmate is not only about romance or fireworks. It is the person who makes you feel understood without over-explaining. The one who respects you without competing with you. The one who brings a kind of calm that feels elegant, not dull. Libra carries a core desire for harmony, fairness, beauty, and high-quality connection. You do not just want love. You want balance. You want emotional intelligence. You want a relationship that feels refined, not chaotic. But here is the twist. A soulmate is not only about sun sign compatibility. It is not simply about which zodiac sign pairs well with Libra. Real soul alignment is revealed in how two people communicate, how they handle conflict, and how emotionally mature they are. If you can even looking at the full birth chart tells a deeper story. In this video, we will explore 3 essential things. What Libra truly needs in love. The signs that someone genuinely matches your soul. And the groups of personalities and zodiac energies that often align with Libra and why. Because for Libra, the right person is not just compatible. They feel like equilibrium. Libra rarely struggles to attract attention. You are charming, thoughtful, socially intelligent. People are drawn to your grace. But attraction has never been your real issue. What you lack is not options. What you lack is that subtle, refined sense of safety that feels emotionally balanced. When we talk about who truly matches your soul, we have to understand what your heart is actually searching for beneath the surface. First, respect and fairness. Libra is incredibly sensitive to imbalance. You notice when effort is uneven. You feel it when your voice is dismissed. Even small signs of being undervalued create internal tension. You may not explode. You may not confront immediately, but you register it. A soulmate for Libra is someone who treats you as an equal partner, not someone to dominate, not someone to compete with. They value your perspective and do not subtly reduce your importance. Second, harmony in communication. Libra often falls in love through conversation. Intellectual connection is seductive to you. The way someone speaks, listens, and responds matters deeply. You need dialogue that flows naturally. You need discussions that feel stimulating, not combative. If arguments become aggressive or dismissive, your nervous system closes. Who truly matches your soul will communicate with kindness even in disagreement. Third, emotional and aesthetic softness. Libra thrives in environments that feel beautiful and emotionally clean. You do not do well in chaotic, toxic atmospheres. Drama exhausts you. Harshness drains you. Your ideal relationship feels like warm lighting, thoughtful words, shared laughter, and mutual consideration. It feels composed, not volatile. Here is the shadow side. Libra often prioritizes peace over personal truth. You may stay silent to keep harmony. You may adjust yourself to avoid tension. Over time, this creates quiet resentment. The right person does not benefit from your self-sacrifice. They encourage you to speak honestly. Your soulmate is not someone perfect. They are someone willing to co-create balance with you. They do not require you to disappear to maintain peace. Because the real question is not only what Libra wants, but what Libra has been tolerating. When people ask who truly matches your soul, the first thing they usually look at is the sun sign. Libra with Gemini, Libra with Leo, Libra with Aquarius. It sounds simple. It feels clean, but long-term compatibility is rarely that one-dimensional. Your sun sign shows your core identity. It describes your outward personality, your general style, your natural expression. It absolutely gives a vibe, but a soulmate connection is built in layers that go deeper than surface energy. The moon sign reveals emotional needs. This is where security lives. If someone's moon clashes with yours, you may feel misunderstood, even if your sun signs get along perfectly. You might laugh together but struggle when vulnerability enters the room. Venus shows how you love. It represents your romantic style, your values in relationships, your aesthetic preferences. Two people can have great chemistry, but completely different Venus expressions. One may crave constant reassurance. The other may show love through actions rather than words. Without awareness, this difference creates confusion. Mercury governs communication. And for Libra, communication is not optional. It is foundational. If Mercury energies are incompatible, conversations may feel tense, defensive, or emotionally unsafe. Over time, this erodes connection, regardless of attraction. If you do not know your full birth chart, you are not powerless. You can still observe behavior. How does this person react when you disagree? Do they shut down, attack, or stay present? How do they handle stress? Do they seek resolution or avoidance? Here is the key truth. Zodiac compatibility may open the door, but character, emotional maturity, and relational skills are what keep two people inside the same room long term. So when you ask who truly matches your soul, do not only ask what sign they are. Ask how they love, how they communicate, and how they handle imbalance. Because the next step is learning how to recognize the right frequency when it appears. Now we move from theory to recognition. Because when someone truly matches your soul, it is not dramatic chaos. It is clarity. It is relief. It is a quiet exhale you did not realize you were holding. There are specific green flags that matter deeply for Libra. First, they respect your boundaries without forcing you to choose sides. Libra often stands in the middle, seeing multiple perspectives. The right person does not pressure you to abandon your fairness. They do not demand loyalty at the cost of your integrity. Second, they communicate with decency. They do not punish you with silence. They do not withdraw affection to gain power. When conflict happens, they stay engaged. They may need space, but they return to the conversation with intention to resolve, not to win. Third, they apologize and adjust. Many people speak beautifully. Few people change behavior. A soulmate-level match is someone who takes accountability and improves. Words are not enough. Effort is visible. Fourth, they value fairness, but do not keep score. Libra loves balance, yet some people weaponize it. The right person is not counting favors. They are not calculating who gave more. They simply care about mutual respect. Fifth, during conflict, they seek resolution instead of dominance. They are not trying to defeat you. They are trying to understand you. And then there is the energetic shift. When someone truly matches your soul, you overthink less. You feel lighter. You do not rehearse conversations in your head. You do not perform to be loved. You feel accepted as you are. If this is resonating, write yes in the comments now. Because the moment you stop performing and start breathing naturally around someone, that is alignment. So, what types of people tend to create this feeling for Libra most often? When people discuss who truly matches your soul as a Libra, certain patterns appear repeatedly. But instead of rigid labels, it is more accurate to think in terms of energy groups. Compatibility is less about one fixed sign and more about how certain qualities interact with your need for balanced dialogue and refined connection. Air energy. This is often described as the intellectual soulmate dynamic. Air energy understands conversation as intimacy. With strong air types, connection begins in the mind and naturally flows into emotion. Gemini energy brings curiosity and playfulness. Conversations feel alive. Ideas move quickly. Libra often feels mentally stimulated and socially synchronized. This pairing can feel like best friends who become lovers. The strength here is dialogue and shared mental rhythm. The challenge is inconsistency. If the energy becomes too scattered or emotionally evasive, Libra may feel unstable. Aquarius energy offers independence and respect for individuality. There is space, there is freedom. Aquarius rarely tries to control. For Libra, this can feel refreshing. You are not boxed in. You are encouraged to evolve. The strength here is mutual respect and intellectual alignment. The risk is emotional distance. If warmth is missing, Libra may begin to crave more overt affection. Air connections often feel natural because they support Libra's love for communication and fairness. Fire energy. Fire introduces passion, decisiveness, and forward motion. Where Libra hesitates, fire acts. Where Libra weighs options, fire chooses. Leo energy is expressive and warm. Leo enjoys admiration and public acknowledgement. Libra appreciates beauty and visible commitment. This dynamic can feel romantic and grand. Leo often makes Libra feel chosen. The strength is generosity and loyalty. The challenge is ego management. Libra must learn to speak directly rather than smoothing everything over. Sagittarius energy expands horizons. Optimistic and adventurous Sagittarius pulls Libra out of overthinking and into experience. There is laughter and philosophical exchange. The strength is growth and positivity. The risk is avoidance of commitment. Libra needs clarity, and undefined dynamics can create anxiety. Aries energy is bold and immediate. Aries initiates. Libra considers. Together, this can create strong attraction because they balance each other. Aries pushes Libra to be decisive. Libra softens Aries with diplomacy. The strength is momentum. The challenge is conflict style. Aries reacts quickly. Libra avoids tension. Misalignment can occur if communication is not conscious. Air and fire are often mentioned because they tend to activate the qualities Libra needs most: strong communication, mental stimulation, fairness, and active energy. But compatibility is not only about what flows easily, it is also about what requires effort, and some dynamics demand more emotional work than others. Not every connection that feels intense is a soulmate alignment, and not every challenging pairing is impossible. When asking who truly matches your soul, it is important to speak honestly about dynamics that may require more emotional effort for Libra. Some personalities operate from very deep emotional waters. They feel intensely. They process slowly. They may revisit issues repeatedly. While emotional depth is not negative, Libra can begin to feel overwhelmed if drama becomes constant. You prefer resolution and restoration of peace. If conflict lingers without closure, your system grows tired. Other personalities are highly practical and rigid. They value structure, rules, and direct efficiency. While this can provide stability, Libra may feel that something subtle is missing. Romance nuance and emotional softness matter to you. If affection becomes transactional or overly logical, you may feel unseen. Common friction points are behavioral, not astrological. Libra needs open dialogue. If the other person avoids communication or shuts down during tension, distance forms quickly. Libra values fairness. If the other person leans toward control or dominance, imbalance grows. Libra seeks peace. If the other person resolves conflict through pressure or escalation, anxiety increases. However, difficult does not mean doomed. Emotional intelligence can transform any dynamic. If two people are willing to learn each other's language, many signs can become compatible over time. What matters is mutual effort and shared values. When considering who truly matches your soul, ask not only who feels exciting, but who feels sustainable, who respects your need for fairness, who values conversation rather than control. Because beyond zodiac labels, the final recognition happens in real life. And that recognition is simpler than most people expect. At some point, astrology becomes practical. The question who truly matches your soul must move from theory into lived experience. Libra does not need fantasy. You need evidence. After 3 or 4 weeks of getting to know someone, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Do I feel more peaceful around this person or more anxious? Can I be fully myself without adjusting my personality to stay liked? When we disagree, do they still treat me with respect? These answers reveal more than any birth chart. There are also small real-life tests that quietly expose compatibility. Notice what happens during a minor disagreement. Do they escalate, withdraw, or collaborate? Observe what happens the first time you say no. Do they accept it calmly or react with subtle pressure? Pay attention to how they handle money discussions or future planning. Do they approach it as a team or as a power struggle? And finally, when you need support publicly, do they stand beside you or remain neutral to avoid discomfort? A person who truly matches your soul does not create confusion and call it passion. They do not create instability and call it intensity. They build rhythm with you. They align their actions with their words. Libra is most compatible at a soul level with someone who loves through respect, dialogue, and fairness. Zodiac matches are helpful hints, but the real confirmation is emotional safety. So ask yourself honestly, have you felt this before? Was it air energy, fire energy, or something unexpected that aligned with you? If you know your moon or Venus sign, comment it below. I will create a part 2, exploring deeper chart compatibility. And if this helped you see love more clearly, share your experience in the comments. May your relationships feel balanced, elegant, and true to who you are. Libra, the person who truly matches your soul, is not simply the one who excites you or creates instant chemistry. It is the one who respects your mind, honors your boundaries, and chooses fairness even when emotions are high. It is the one who makes love feel balanced rather than chaotic. Zodiac compatibility can guide you. It can show where conversation flows easily or where passion feels natural. But the right person is not defined only by their sun sign. They are revealed in how safe you feel being your full self. They are revealed in whether you can disagree without fear of losing connection. They are revealed in whether you feel more grounded, not more anxious. You do not need perfection. You need emotional maturity. So tell me, as a Libra, who have you felt most aligned with? Air energy, fire energy, or a completely different type? Comment your moon or Venus sign below if you know it. I will create a deeper compatibility part 2 based on chart placements. May your love feel peaceful, reciprocal, and truly aligned with your soul.